media. They're like, oh, Francis, have a chance. So I say, if I go to the boozer, the old battle cruiser across the road, yeah, and I get in a brawl with a guy, a drunken guy, he's going to hit me, and he might have a chance of knocking me out. So how am I not going to prepare 100% for an absolute killing machine over there? He's trying to take my brains out. I will give Francis the respect that he deserves as one, as a warrior, and two, as a man, and three, as a world champion, what he is. He's a big man, very strong, very powerful. And it's in my interest to give it the 100% training in camp. I bring in the best sparring possible for me. I've got my nutritionist here, George Lockhart. We'll do a 12-week camp with George. I've been in camp already this is my 5th week in camp. Let's not forget, I only trained 6 weeks for Deontay Wilder. I'm doing 12 weeks for Francis Ngannou. 12 weeks.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mouthpiece Sport and King Mighty King on your YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the heavyweight division, and we're going to talk about the Fury and Ngannou heavyweight championship fight. I just want to say that that Tyson Fury, he's not like Muhammad Ali. He has a whole different style, but just as charismatic. I have never enjoyed the dialect of a fighter more than the great Tyson Fury, heavyweight champion of the world. He's too much, and he backs it up in the ring. He hasn't lost a fight in any of his campaigns. Bobby came close. We got a draw, an epic performance on all 3 fights, 3 epic trilogy, epic heavyweight fights. So you have to give Tyson Fury all the respect in the world, and I do. He's a big man, but he does definitely know how to move in the ring. So, of course, I'm sure he was going to be favored in the bout. He was going up against an MMA fighter. And so, of course, should be favored. He's going to be favored in the fight. So, this is just the first take on the fight. We'll just enjoy some of the dialogue of the great Tyson Fury.
Francis Ngannou. 12 weeks. So I need to be on my A game because there's more on the line now than a boxing fight. You know, if I lose to a #1 contender, another champion, it's like, well, he lost to a champion, whatever. But if I lose to an MMA guy, I'm never going to be able to show my face in public again. It's going to be ridiculed. People are going to chuck it at me forever. So there's more riding on this than there ever has been before. And whether the media want to take it as a joke or whatever they want to take it as, make no mistake, Tyson Fury will leave 0 stones unturned, and I will come in at my fittest and strongest and best I've ever been to defeat this man. And if I'm not, and I get knocked out, I want you all to laugh at me. That's what I want, because I'll deserve it. Only an idiot wouldn't train the bollocks off of somebody like Francis. The man's a machine, and I'll give him 100% respect. And I'm in the gym every day training, and I can't do no more. And it's all God's will now, all God's will. This is meant to be. It's been written in the stars 100 years before we were even born. This is our time, our moment in the sun. This is us. And he thinks it's in a dream as well. How do you think I feel? I'm in a dream too. I jog down the road sometimes, and I think, am I going to wake up in a minute? Has this all been a dream? And then it's a reality. So as much as Francis is so excited to be here, so am I. I'm very, very excited, very, very blessed to be in this position. And I'm not in this position because, oh, I'm a good boxer or I work harder than the next man. I'm in this position because God willed it. That's it. Nothing else.
Just on Francis Ngannou's power. Now, Tyson, you are no stranger to taking on big punches, but they measured his punch, and he hits as hard as a small family car. Are you concerned about Francis Ngannou's power?
I seen the video of him hitting the pad thing. Listen, the guy's a big puncher. You can see he's very big and strong and very well built. But, you know, I fought big punchers before, like Deontay Wilder, and I even fought the old Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko. And the one thing that both of them had in common were they both were massive punchers, but they both couldn't land it when it counted. And it's okay being a big, strong puncher if hitting a target that don't move, but it's pretty difficult hitting this hand full power when it's moving like that. So you can't hit what you can't see. And, you know, I'm not the best at what I do because I'm easy to hit. I'm the best at what I do because I'm the most elusive world champion in history. And that's facts. ESPN will back that up. So yeah, if he can land it on me, he's definitely got good aim and he's been training. So, you know, it's I don't think he can. I don't think anyone can land it on me. That's a fact. And if they do, I'll just get back up because I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. And that's what it is. So yeah, can't wait.
All right, Francis, let me...
We're going to find out on October 28th how good you move.
You know how good I move. I'm like the Matrix in there, baby.
I know. And you know I'm going to find you.
I know you can fight, and I know you can punch hard too. So I know it. I'm not underestimating it. I'm expecting a tough fight. If it's anything less than a 10-round war, 12 rounds, however many rounds it is, I'll be disappointed. I'm expecting a war, and if it's not a war, I'm going to be disappointed.
You get it. You get your war.
We're both being paid a lot of money.
From the moment that you signed for this fight,
so we're going to entertain.
So
this
no
is
doubt
entertainment.
about it. I'm coming for everything.
Good, and so you should. And if you beat me, you become the lineal world heavyweight champion. It goes back to the days of John L. Sullivan, the man who beat the man who beat the man who beat the man, going back to the olden days. You will be the Uno, #1 in the division. So yeah, fantastic opportunity, and fair play to you if you can do it. I'll walk across the ring, shake your hand, give you a kiss, and take you out for a beer. Alcohol free, of course.
How do you win this fight, Francis Ngannou?
Excuse me?
How do you win this fight?
How do I win this fight? Usually I would say knockout because that's what comes first. But I mean, I know the guy in front of me. I have watched Tyson fight live personally so many times. I have watched a lot of tape about him, and it's very slicky, you know, so and that's why I put a lot of focus on my delivery system that we were talking about earlier, because he's a guy that is very, very hard to hit. So I'm working about that, and I'm aware that he might not get that punch, maybe not in with full power, but I'm making sure that however it goes, the victory will be mine. In Riyadh on October 28th, the victory will be mine. And whether it's knockout or decision, that doesn't matter. The V is what matters.
Well, let me ask you this. You've mentioned there, if it lands, as I've said, you've got the hardest punch in the world. If it does land completely clean on Tyson Fury, what would happen?
If it does land, good night. Lies off. I mean, what do you think will happen?
Oh, well, I'm going to ask Tyson. I'm not going to say.
I mean, not to mention that this is a heavyweight fight, and that's what is very excited about heavyweight. We know that everybody in the heavyweight division can knock everybody out. You don't need to have a tremendous power. I'm not walking there just like, oh, Tyson Fury can knock me out. No, bro. I'm not going there to put my shin. I'm going there to fight, hit and not get hit. I think that's the rules of boxing, and that's why I'm very aware of that, and that's why I'm taking this very serious in all the components of the discipline.
Well, Tyson, you've just heard it. If he lands that punch that's been recorded, that hits like a small family car, he says it's good night. Thoughts?
All right, this fight is going to be very interesting. Mike Tyson is training Nguyen. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. I need to check, but anyway, Francis. All right, and you know, Mike Tyson style of boxing. You know, Mike Tyson style of boxing, and that's the one thing I think will beat Fury. So this is going to be very, very interesting fight. So, like, comment, share, hit that notification icon bell. Until the next one, we'll see you.